Hello students, now in this session I will explain question number 1 and 2 of exercise 12.2. Now in question number 1, some usual form is given and you have to convert all this usual form to a standard form. So we have discussed some thing on the standard form in my previous video also. So let's recap something on the standard form. So suppose if there is very small number is there, so how to convert the small number to a standard form, and if suppose there is some big number is there, so how to convert that big number to a standard form. These are the basic things that you have to understand. And in the second question, the standard form would be given and you have to convert the standard form to a usual form. So these are both the variations are given in question number 1 and 2, which will be very, very important for your exam. Now let's try to recap what we have studied in standard form. As you know that, as I said, that when you have to convert any number, whether it is a small number or a very big number, when you are writing those numbers in the standard form, the general form should look like this. This is a general form of a standard form, fine, where m is an integer, fine. Integer means, that means the value of m could be positive also or negative also, and the a should be within the range of 1 and 9. Okay, that means the value of a could be in decimals, doesn't matter that it has to be in the whole number or the natural number, but if it is in the decimal form also, then the total value should not exceed 9 and should not precede 1, fine. That means it should be in between 1 and 9, or it could be 9 or it could be 1 also, no problem with that. Okay, so this is the first thing that we have to keep it in our mind. Now suppose if smaller number, we are discussing on smaller number, suppose a very small number is given, small number. So how to understand this is a small number? This is also one of the challenge that students doesn't understand. Now smaller number will look like this, students. See, this is very, 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 very small number. Okay, now you can understand this is how the smaller number looks like, isn't it? Now if you have to convert this smaller number to a standard form, what we do is that, see, in the smaller number you will always find the decimal is present, always, fine. So what you have to do, that you have to shift this decimal towards right hand side. So we have to move towards right. Okay, so we have to move towards right hand side, and up till where you have to take, up till which point you have to take the decimal, in between 7 and 5, because if you take decimal here, then it will become 75, which will be more than 9. You have to also be very careful with this range also. Okay, so now we have to see that how many numbers you have shifted. So your decimal is here, so let's see how many numbers you have to shift. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. That means 9 numbers you have to shift. So when you are writing a standard form, how you have to write? 7.5 into 10. See, in place of a I have written 7.5, which is less than 9 and it is between 1 and 9, isn't it? Now into 10 I have written 10. Now how to write m? Now this is what you have to remember, that when you are converting any smaller number to a standard form, the exponential value will be always minus. Okay, always minus. So or else you can move, you can remember like that, whenever you are shifting decimal from right to left, you will keep the power as negative. Okay, now big number, how to convert the big number to a standard form. This is also one of the things that you have to learn. Once you understand these two concepts, students, then I believe it will be a pancake for all of you. Now let me give you one big number, that is, suppose 5 1 2 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. So this is a big number, isn't it? Now in big number usually you will not see any decimal existence, isn't it? Now in this case what you have to see is that we have to think that the decimal is over here. Yes, the decimal is over here. Now this time again you have to shift the decimal. Now this time from left to right. Now in which side you are moving? You are moving towards left hand side, fine. So now the other thing that you have to decide, that up till which point you have to take the decimal. So that is in between 5 and 1, fine. So it will look like 5.12, and 5.12 will come in the range of 1 and 9, isn't it? So now let's see how many numbers you have to shift now. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 11. So now this time what we have to write? 5.12, which is in the place of a, into 10. Obviously in the general form we have to write 10. Now this time when you are converting any big number to a standard form, your power should be always in the positive form. Fine. So this is your required answer. So based on this concept, students, based on this concept, you have to do all the sums of question number 1. So let's start. So exercise 12.2. Now question number 1, sum number 1, what we have? So 0 point, how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 zeros are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 8, 5 is written. So it's quite easy. Now this time you see this is a smaller number or bigger number? Obviously small number. So now we have to convert the smaller number to a standard form. In this case the power should be negative. Now see, let's see how many numbers we have to shift. So up till here it is 10, then we'll go to 11 because 10 zeros are there. So up till here we'll count 10 and then we'll bring the 0 here. So we have to shift 11 numbers. So we'll write 8.5 into 10 to the power minus 11. So this is the required answer of sum number 1. Let's do sum number 2. 0 point, how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. 11 zeros are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we have to write 9, 4, 2. Now up till here it is 11. Now we have to shift up till here, isn't it? 9.42. Okay, so 9.42, it's okay. That is, it should be 9. One more thing, yes, I said wrong. That is, it should be in between 10, but it should be less than 10. Okay, that means you see the a value should be within the range of 1 and 10, but should not be 10, should be less than 10. Okay, should be less than 10. Yes, should be less than 10. That is okay. Now how many numbers we have to shift? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 and then 12. So it will look like 9.42 into 10 to the power minus 12. Yes, minus 12 because it's a small number. Okay, now number 3, what we have in number 3? We have 602 and how many zeros? 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So now point is over here. So you have to shift this point towards this side. So already 13 zeros is there. So 13, 14, 15. So we'll write 6.02 into 10 to the power 15. This is a big number. Fine. So when we are when converting a big number to a standard form, we keep the power as positive. Okay. So same way we will do question number 4. Sum number 4. So sum number 4 is what? 0 point, how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 zeros are there. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 and 8, 3, 7. Now up till here it is 8 and we have to bring the decimal up till here. That means 9 numbers we have to shift. So your required answer would be 8.37 into 10 to the power minus 9. This is a smaller number. Fine. So when you are converting the smaller number, the power would be negative. Okay. So the last sum, I believe everyone can do it by yourself. Now let's move on to question number 2. Now in question number 2, you have to express the following. Express in usual form. You will write it down. Now the standard form is given. You have to convert it into the usual form. Fine. So this was the usual form given, students. You have converted the usual form to a standard form. Now you will just do the reverse in question number 2. So let's see. So sum number 1, 3.02 into 10 to the power 6. Fine. What is the first thing that you will do? That you will convert this decimal form into the fractional form. So it will look like 302 by 100. The next thing what you have to do is, whenever you see that there is a negative power to a base of 10, so you will convert that negative power to a positive power. So we have learned how to do it in the exponential form in the first exercise. So we have to do the reciprocal of 10. So what is the reciprocal of 10? It would be 1 by 10. and this will be whole 6. Now 302 into 1 to the power 6 means what? 1 only, because 1 into 1 into 1 into 1 into 1 is 1 only. Already we have 100 here. Now 10 to the power 6 means how many zeros we will have? 6 zeros. Now 302 into 1, 302 only. And altogether how many zeros will be there? 6, 7, 8. So we will write 8 zeros here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now convert this form into the decimal form. I guess you all have done this in class 6 also. So 8 zeros are there, so we have to put the decimal after 8 zeros, and we have to start counting from extreme right, isn't it? From extreme right we have to start counting. So we have only 3 digits, that is 1, 2, 3, but we need more 5. After that only we can put the decimal. So for that we have to fill it up with 0, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we are allowed to put 0, and never leave the tens place empty. So you have to put 0 like this. So this is the required answer of sum number 1. I hope all of you have understood. Now let's move on to sum number 2 and see how to do this. Sum number 2, it is given 4.5 into 10 to the power 4. Just a minute. 10 to the power 4. Okay. Now first of all we have to convert this decimal form to a fractional form. It will look like this, and since this time the 10 is carrying positive power, so we don't have to convert it. We can straight away write the number of zeros, that is 4 zeros would be there, isn't it? Now we can reduce this 1 0, so your required answer would be 45,000. So this is your required answer of sum number 2. Let's do sum number 3. Now in sum number 3 we have 3 into 10 to the power minus 8. So there's nothing, so no decimal number is there. So we'll keep it as intact only. Now we have to convert this negative power to a positive power. So that means we have to do the reciprocal of 10. That would be 1 by 10 to the power 8. Now 3 into 1 to the power 8 would be 1 only. And 10 to the power 8 means how many zeros? 8 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 3 by 8 zeros. Now convert this. So that would look like 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is your required answer of sum number 3. Very, very easy, students, but equally very important. Now let's do sum number 4. Sum number 4 would be 1.0001 into 10 to the power 9. This time again power is positive. Now convert this decimal form to a fractional form. So it will look like 10,000. I guess 4 zeros we have to put, and 9 zeros, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we are going to reduce 4 zeros, this 4 0 and this 4 0. So what will be the required answer then? 1, 0, 0, 1, and how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put 5 zeros here. So this would be your required answer. Okay. Now let's do the last sum of today's session, that is 5.2. Number 6, I believe everyone can do it. By now, I hope everyone has understood how exactly this thing is to be done. Now 5.8, it is again in the decimal form, so we will convert it into the fractional form, and 12 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we will reduce this 2 zeros. Yes. Now how to write? 58 and 11 zeros we have to write. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes. So this is the usual form of 5.8 into 10 to the power 12. Okay. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. God bless you all and take care.